Reza and I, what we wanted to do is, Tom talked about how Waitrose were using the technology to work better together. What we wanted to do is share with you how some of these new ways of working can help you better engage, collaborate, and communicate. In part, it's about how you unleash the potential of the people within your organization, but it also extends to suppliers and to customers. So if you think about suppliers, how can you work with them in a more operationally efficient way? If you think about customers, how can you make sure that your brand is always represented and that the people that are serving them have that brand awareness? And then about within your organization, how do you get everyone involved and engaged in your overall strategy? So this is interactive part of the day. If you have a smartphone, iPad, any sort of device, take it out, have it ready. If it has a barcode reader, even better. Otherwise, we're going to give you a URL. And there will be prizes for participation. So feel free to go and get your devices now. Before that, though, what we wanted to do is show you a video about the capabilities of the technology, which is called Google App for Business. We're going to show you some of it live, but we don't have time to show you all of it live. So we're just going to start with the video.
When you have a great idea and need to work with others to bring it to life, how do you do it? Sometimes it's tough because the people you work with are in different places, with different schedules, using different devices. Google Apps lets you bring ideas to life with others. Here's how. Start with email that offers more. Gmail does more than send and receive emails. It connects people and lets you chat instantly while viewing a snapshot of your team's relevant activities and access to everything they've shared with you. With Google Docs, there's only one version for everyone to work on. Share easily with the right people without email attachments or compatibility hassles. And work together on the same docs at the same time in a way that simply makes sense. Edit and interact easily with integrated social commenting. Google Calendar makes it easy to share schedules and find times to meet, and schedule or update meetings with a few clicks.
Great. So what we're going to do today is, rather than go through some slides, we're going to get you guys to get involved with some of the demo. And what we want to do is, based on Dave's great chat there about Google Glass, we want to come up with a new retail application for a planogram based on Google Glass. And what we want to do is, first of all, get a name together and then a marketing slogan. So we're going to ask you guys to help us with that. And there are prizes for the best ideas. So I was thinking, me being an engineer, what would be the best name, snappy marketing name for this great glass product? And I came up with, guys, the laptop, great. Google Glass Retail Planogram App for Stores, which is not really rolling off the tongue and showing how hopeless I am at marketing. So what I'd like to do is you guys give us a really snappy name for this planogram application on Google Glass. So to do that, we're going to go to a Google form. And the Google form has just got one text field where you put your ID in, and we're going to collect all that stuff automatically onto a Google spreadsheet. To get out to the Google form, if you could, with your smartphones, either go to a browser and go to the URL. The case is sensitive, so make sure you do that. And we've also put out some pieces of paper with the address on there as well. So if you could do that with your smartphones and come up with some ideas, that would be great.
If you need to stand up sometimes at the back, you need to stand up just to get the QR code, because I tested it yesterday. Yeah. Okay, I can see.
Wow, you guys are fast.
Yeah, there's quite a few responses coming in quickly, Reza. Obviously, we incented them correctly.
Okay, we'll give you another 10 seconds. Awesome. We're already at 35. So out of these, we need to pick a winner for our new marketing idea. There's some good stuff here. C#, see me.
This one was me.
So we discount that one.
So I don't qualify.
Plano Glass, the Liberator, like that one. So, Steve.
Scroll down, keep going. I want to be fair here.
Okay.
All right.
What's any of the bottoms? Oh, the wait and see. It's still going. Plano window.
We might have almost 90%.
Glass-tastic. These are pretty good, aren't they? Oh, okay, go back up, go back up, go back up. Go back up, I saw one I liked somewhere up there. I see, planner glass I quite like. Who's that?
Plan and grass?
Hand up, plan
Over that side.
Have you made
Fantastic.
your decision, Steve? Final
Yes, that's
answer?
my final decision.
Final
I'm
answer?
sticking with
All
it.
right. Sorry, who's the gentleman over here? Put your hand up again. There you go.
Thank you very much for that. Obviously, we hadn't planned this with you guys before. Just gave you a URL. The Google form is something that any user can actually build. It doesn't need IT to do this. It takes a few minutes. You can collect information from your customers or from your employees. And are they retail use cases?
Yeah, so I think we're seeing a number of retail use cases and new ones every day. But one that was interesting that a customer brought up with me yesterday is their merchandising and buying department needs to work with suppliers and depots that are in Hong Kong, Bangladesh, United Kingdom. So how do they have one spreadsheet where everyone can work off it with a single version of the truth so that when they make those buying decisions, they're working off the most accurate current information? We've also seen it be used in the store environment. So as the customer exits, they can go onto the QR code and give you a bit of a rating on their experience within the store, which that real-time feedback allows you to correct anything that might need to be corrected versus waiting 6 months until they send you some paper form.
Okay. Great. So next, for our activity, we're going to try and find a fantastic new marketing slogan for this. And for now, we're going to split you into two teams. So team A is going to be everyone on this side, and team B, everyone on this side. Our facilitators are going to be Yvette and Andy. So Yvette's going to run team A, and Andy is going to be team B. The idea is, as you think of slogans, just put your hands up, and the guys will record them into the Google document. And again, the two best from each team is going to get a prize.
Anyone? Ideas? Just shout them out. Oops, sorry. See what I mean? See what I mean? Ooh,
Andy?
that's very good.
And I think
Anyone
we'll
else?
want
Pardon me? Show me the plan. Oh, I shouldn't. This is a little bit unfair because Andy can hear me. Andy,
So
don't copy me.
As the guys are doing that, in this Google document, I can see that there's two collaborators
Anyone
here
else?
with me, Yvette and Andy.
For my team? Come on, team A, team A. Come on. Anyone? No, I can't win the prize. I've got lots of great ideas. Here
it is.
Here it is. Great.
Completely brain dead. Perfect.
Oh, I can't spell. Ooh, good one, Dave. Were you thinking about that one for a while? Plantastic. Sorry?
See your plan in a new light.
Ooh, like that one too. I'm going to use short forms.
We wondered why you didn't share it publicly, and then we realised the limit might be kept.
See your plan in a new light.
Great. Okay, so I think we've got some great ideas here. And before we come to the prizes, so just like you to take a moment to think about what we're actually doing here. Oh, sorry, there's one more back there maybe. We've got two people collaborating together on one document. Just like to think about how you would achieve the same thing today with the tools that you use in your organizations. In a lot of organizations, to achieve this, you would have had to have the facilitator send an email to all the people who you wanted to collaborate with. That email, in probability, would have had an attachment, say a document, with a request for help, for contributions. Then you would have got emails back from all those people. There would have been content maybe in the email, maybe some people would have updated the attachment itself. I, as the facilitator, would have had to put all that together and then request approval. Here, when I want to request approval, everything, first of all, is up to date. This is the latest version of the document. I don't have to collate anything. I'm just going to highlight some text and put a comment. I'm going to ask John, who is, let's pretend is our VP, is this okay? This social comment will send an email out to John. He'll receive in that email a link straight back to the right section in the document where the request has been made. We can have a discussion if he doesn't approve. He can put some comments in. I can have another discussion with him. And from there, he can then say, we're happy to go with this. Okay. Another case is Yvette in retail where this is being used.
So where we're seeing this used is if you're having, with the marketing team, putting together marketing plans, often global marketing plans, people are in different locations, sending around a document, and everyone's wondering, do they have the latest version of the document? Are they working on the correct version? and then the time it takes to do that, and often people print it and bring it to meetings. So being able to have this cloud-based, so you can access it from anywhere, from any device, really shortens the time that it takes to get those marketing plans and bring those new products to market. That's one of the examples we were working with yesterday.
Great. So now for a bit of prizes. Again, see which one out of each team.
I think I should choose, being I'm kind of sat with one team. I think you. Oh,
You're on my team, so yes.
late edition. Go on, Rez, you
Bit of
pick one.
cheating.
You're like the man in the middle.
Go on, Yvette. You'll have to pick two.
I can't, I'm with Team A.
Okay, let's pick
Clearly
someone.
biased.
Mark, at the back. We'd like you to pick one winner from each team, please. Show me the plan. Who was that one?
Well done. Yay, Team A.
And from the other team?
Running, running.
Through the
Through
looking
the
glass.
looking glass. Who was that?
Fantastic.
Did you not win the last prize? Are you in marketing?
Being greedy.
Are you a plant?
Okay.
Oh, actually, I think I'm supposed to be over here, aren't I?
Okay. I know you like control, sir.
Yes, I like to
You win.
drive, so I will drive. So Reza showed some really good examples about how you can co-collaborate in real time on documents and on forms, but how do you take that to the next level? I don't know if anyone's familiar with John Cotter. He's an authority on organizational structure. And what he says is that we're going to have two types of organizational structures. I'm sure you're familiar with the first type, which is more of the hierarchy, command and control. We see that often in retail. How many people kind of use that top-down type of communication within their organizations? Few people. What we're going to see is that's going to be augmented and complemented by a more teaming, egalitarian type of communication. And the reason that's important is that word egalitarian. So what it means is that everyone in your organization will have a voice. And I think it makes sense, because if you think about the people, in particular, that maybe are serving your customers on a daily basis, they're the people that are on the shop floor, the sales associates. And they have a really unique perspective of working with customers. Firstly, they need to be very well informed about your overall vision and strategy, because they're your brand ambassadors. But also, they can inform you by giving you feedback into head office as to what's working and what could be improved. This quote is actually from Lou Platt at the time he was CEO of HP. And he said, and this is often paraphrased, if HP only knew what HP knows, we'd be 3 times more productive. So think about if you could have a collective brain, if you like, of everyone in your organization. So harness the ideas from across your organization so that you come up with ideas that are greater than the sum of the parts. So how do you do that, though? Here's a really good example of the 2 types of communication. And has anyone heard of Nupedia? Hands up if you've heard of Nupedia. That is the first time. Wait a minute. Yes? Were you in our presentation yesterday? We didn't have, Reza, we didn't have rules. There's prizes beside you. There's more prizes beside you. And there was a gentleman at the front, I think, too. So who's heard of Wikipedia? I should have mentioned there's no prizes for having heard of Wikipedia.
Yeah, the prize.
So these 2 organizations were co-founded by the same person, Jimmy Wales, in the same time frame. What was different about them was their approach. So Nupedia was more of a top-down command and control. If you wanted to be an author in Nupedia, you actually had to be certified as an expert in whatever the subject was. Then if you wanted to publish an article, it was a 7-step process to get that article published. In the first year, they only produced 21 articles. If you contrast that with Wikipedia, open, transparent, everyone can contribute, 18,000 articles were published in the first year. And the difference, Jimmy said, was Nupedia wasn't any fun. Nobody had any fun contributing to Nupedia, and so it basically died a death. Whereas with Wikipedia, it's still alive and strong today. We often get questions, concerns about when you open up everyone to allow them to contribute, how do you control the flow of information? What Jimmy says is just assume that, for the most part, everyone's a decent person and they will act in the decent way. The way that they'll act in a digital online way is the same they would act if they were speaking to you in person, so that doesn't change. Which grabs your attention more? Hands up for the left? Hands up for the right? again, I think they want prizes. I think we should give them prizes.
Give them bots.
So it may surprise you to know that the average adult has an attention span of 8 seconds. Does anyone know what the goldfish's memory is? 9. Who said that? Hands up. There you go. Prize over here, please, Reza. Oh, I'll do it actually because you're on next. So what we wanted to do is take you now and show you how you put some of these principles in practice. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Reza.
Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to very quickly dip into our social platform, which is Google+. And as I was watching the Waitrose example, obviously I've just made this one up for this demo. The Waitrose example was fantastic. The fish experts, the cheese experts, real case communities where people are coming together. In this one, we're taking our community for glass ideas. So a place where people can put in new ideas, new innovative thoughts around how glass could be used in their retail stores. And within the community, there's quite a few posts. I've actually got some posts by a chap called Andrew here. If I hover over his profile picture, I can see that I'm there's 3 circles that we share in common. So that is basically me connected with Andrew. So I already know Andrew, I already connected into before. I can see that he's got good ideas, which is great. But also at the bottom, there is Carmen Smith, who I don't know. So I'm not connected with her at this moment. And she's got this fantastic idea of what if we were to use overlays with glass for our customers? So a customer puts it on and can see how those tiles would look in her bathroom. Or a customer could put that on and see how those trousers perhaps may look on him. Great idea. She seems very smart. And I just want to connect with her. And first of all, though, I'd like to just say, yeah, that's a great idea. How do I do that? I can just +1 the post. All that means is just by pressing that button, I've endorsed her idea. Really simple action by me. And if you get quite a few of those within the community, it's kind of a call to action. If everyone in the community is doing a like on that idea, maybe it's time to go prototype it. Maybe it's time to take it out of the innovation stage and get it to the does it work stage. Is it a great idea for us to implement? We can also comment, great idea, and have a conversation around this topic. But more importantly, to Yvette's point, Carmen is in here with a community with me, and we've got a shared interest, which is ideas around glass. But she seems really smart, and I actually want to connect with her and see about other ideas that she may have. So how do I do that? I would just simply follow her. By doing an add, I can follow Carmen. By doing that, we've made a weak tie, a weak connection between us. From now on, anything that Carmen posts in the social media that she chooses to make public with fellow employees, I will also be able to pick up. So this is a way how we can get to starting from not knowing this person, starting to connect to them, and then through them to other people, because she may be +1ing other great ideas from other great people in the organization. Okay, and so we have also on the right-hand side, we can see Hangouts. So Hangouts is our instant messaging and video conferencing tool. We don't have time to actually demo that for you today, but we do have a short video to show how doing things in face-to-face can actually help you save time during meetings. You can run the video, please.
Right, so we're all happy to send this then?
Yep, looks good to me.
Yeah, me too.
And me.
Brilliant, good. All done, all shared.
Okay, so when can we all get together to discuss the final changes?
How is Tuesday?
Tuesday, that's Tuesday's good for me.
We've done the changes. I've just sent them off.
So what are the next steps?
There are none. We are finished.
Okay, but we should talk anyway. I'll give you a call a bit later.
Can do if you want to, but there's really no need.
So, what's there left to do now?
I'm gonna go to lunch.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Panini.
Sounds good.
Thank you, everyone.
Great, thank you guys.